1. Greg Sankey clarifies, no rift with Big Ten over CFP changes, full breakdown. 2. Why the 12-team CFP is perfect, no need to rush to 16 teams. 1. Greg Sankey clarifies, no rift with Big Ten over CFP changes, full breakdown. In the world of college football, tensions can run high, especially when it comes to the college football playoff, CFP format. However, SEC Commissioner Greg Sankey has made it clear that there is no discord between him and Big Ten Commissioner Tony Petitti, despite their differing opinions on how the playoff system should be structured. Before heading to SEC Media Days, Sankey took the opportunity to dispel any rumors suggesting a rift between the two leaders. There is no rift between the SEC and Big Ten commissioners, he stated during his appearance on the Paul Feinbaum Show. We have different views, and that's perfectly fine. Sankey emphasized that the notion of a lack of communication between him and Petitti is simply untrue. In fact, he revealed that they had spoken multiple times just the previous week, demonstrating that their professional relationship remains intact. We talked this morning, Sankey shared, indicating that their discussions often involve their differing perspectives on the ongoing CFP debates. There will be times when we agree on many issues, and that's okay too. As the Big Ten prepares for its football media days in Las Vegas from July 22nd to 24th, Petitti is expected to present his contrasting views on the playoff format discussions. This is where things could get particularly interesting. According to reports from On3's Brett McMurphy, the Big Ten is standing firm on its preferred playoff structure, which includes 4 automatic qualifiers, unless the SEC opts to add a 9th conference game to its schedule. Currently, the SEC plays an 8-game schedule, while the Big Ten has 9, which has led to concerns about fairness in the selection process for at-large teams. The Big Ten is limited to 3 non-conference games, compared to the SEC's 4, which they argue puts them at a disadvantage when it comes to the selection committee evaluating team resumes at the end of the season. This scheduling issue is a topic of its own, as it raises questions about how teams from the Power 5 conferences can best position themselves for playoff consideration. In light of these challenges, the Big Ten is advocating for a playoff format that would allow for more automatic qualifiers, proposing a structure of 4+4+2+2+1. Meanwhile, SEC coaches are in favor of a 5+11 format, which would prioritize the 5 highest-ranked conference champions while allowing the remaining 11 teams to secure at-large bids. If the conference commissioners cannot reach a consensus on the future of the college football playoff, the current 12-team format will remain in place until they do. However, they face a crucial deadline of December 1st to finalize any changes if they wish to implement them by the 2026 season. So, what do you think? Is it time for a change in the playoff format, or should the current system remain? Share your thoughts in the comments below. 2. Why the 12-team CFP is perfect, no need to rush to 16 teams. The 12-team playoff system might just be the right solution, no need for a 16-team overhaul. When ESPN first raised the idea of expanding college football's postseason, many scoffed at the notion. But history shows that resistance often fades when faced with real-world results. Take the case of E. Gordon G., then president of Ohio State, who famously claimed he'd wrench a playoff system out of my cold, dead hands in 2007. Now, at 81, G is alive and well, though his university has retired after 2 stints leading West Virginia. What's truly dead, however, is the stubborn refusal of college football to embrace change. For decades, the sport has clung to the idea that 2 teams are enough to determine a champion. Yet, even as fans and analysts pushed for expansion, the decision to move from 12 to 16 teams was already in the works before the 2025 season began. The game, once static, now moves at a breakneck pace, leaving little time to think through long-term consequences. But here's where it gets controversial. The 2 biggest conferences in college football, the SEC and Big Ten, are locked in a bitter battle over how to expand the playoff. The SEC wants a 16-team system with automatic bids for conference champions in the ACC, Big 12, Big Ten, SEC, and the Group of 6. The Big Ten, meanwhile, demands that the SEC agree to play 9 conference games, up from 8, before backing the proposal. This deadlock has paused playoff expansion, raising the question, is 2026 really the year for a 16-team model? And this is the part most people miss, the 12-team system might be the best place to start. After all, what's the rush? The 2025 season will feature 5 conference champions and 7 at-large teams, with the top 4 seeds now limited to conference champs, a change that balanced the field and reduced the odds of upsets. That alone was progress, built on real-world experience. The SEC's push for a 16-team format includes a 4-4-2-2-1-3 structure, giving 4 automatic bids to the SEC and Big Ten, 2 each to the ACC and Big 12, 1 to the group of 6, and 3 at-large spots. The Big Ten, however, wants a system that prioritizes its own conference, even if it means the SEC must adjust its schedule. This clash of interests has created a stalemate, with neither side willing to compromise. The stakes are high. If the 16-team model is adopted, it could lead to dramatic shifts like multiple play-in games on championship weekend, potentially creating a 26-team playoff with 22 teams in a play-in situation. While this might boost revenue for conferences, it risks devaluing non-conference games and allowing mediocre teams to qualify. Take Iowa, which finished 8-5 last year and earned a playoff bid as the 6th seed in the Big Ten's proposed system. Is that a sign of fairness or a flaw in the process? The truth is, we don't have enough data to decide. The 12-team format, while imperfect, has already provided valuable insights. Why rush into another round of expansion without understanding the consequences? The answer might lie in letting the 12-team system run its course, gathering more data, and seeing how it plays out. After all, you don't need to be Gordon G in 2007 to believe that sometimes waiting is the best choice. So, what's the real question here? Do we need 16 teams at all? And if so, is this the right way to go about it? The debate isn't over yet, and that's the beauty of it. Let the conversation continue. What do you think?